All right, let's get ready to rumble. Everybody's ready, and let's get it in. Tommy, you got 2 minutes in your opening round.
We ready?
Yep.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Tommy Sotomayor, and my job is to, guess what? Talk about Donald Trump. Now, I know that's something that's probably not on the forefront of most people's mind because the people who's watching this right now are black. Now, there are some black people who really do look at the issues. I think that when it comes to Donald Trump, there are a few issues that should stand out for every American. Every American should want to talk about what? The economy. Every American should want to talk about what? Inflation. Every American should want to talk about their ability to be able to get a home, their ability to be able to feed something as simple as their children, and yes, their pets. Donald Trump has been president for 4 years. Kamala Harris has been vice president for 3.5, going on 4. Now, the Democrats have told you that the person who they first put up, Joe Biden, well, he wasn't good enough to run. So he dropped out. And who did they bring in? His VP. So in my opinion, the VP must have been running the country. And if the VP was running the country in some capacity, you can now use her record and use it against Donald Trump's record. And regardless of where you fall racially, the one thing that everybody should agree upon is that the last 3.5 years have been a failure. My push to you, my question to you would be to close your eyes. Don't treat a candidate like they're black or a woman or somebody that you're cool with and want to go have lunch with. You know what you should do? See who's going to make it to where your wallet, your household, your job is going to be best. Is going to do you and your family and your community the best. Is going to put up a wall and keep all the illegals out, the illegals who are turning a lot of these neighborhoods into the place they left. It's a simple choice when you break it down to the simple facts. One person has actual accomplishments on their side.
Good evening. You all know me. My name is Jabari Osaze, and I am going to be talking about whether black folks should support Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. What am I going to do tonight? I'm going to talk to you about both of their records. We're going to peel Donald Trump's hood back, because I think what you're going to recognize is much of what Donald Trump has done over the decades that we've seen him has been disqualifying. I'm going to remind you of what his record is. I'm going to go deep into the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and the culmination of his incompetence, the culmination of his racist behaviors, the culmination of his xenophobic behaviors was his 4-year term. You're going to hear people say, were things better 4 years ago than they were today? I'm going to remind you what we were going through 4 years ago. I'm going to remind you what the situation was when we had a Trump presidency. I'm also going to go through the record of Kamala Harris. We're going to talk a bit more about her and dispel some of the myths, some of the misconceptions, some of the outright lies that folks on the right have put forward. I want us to remember that regardless what side we are on, we should decide that as a black community, we need to vote our interest. I'm going to evaluate both characters while not grading them on a curve. That's what I think you're going to hear my opponent do. You're going to hear him ask for specifics from Kamala Harris when there are no specifics from Donald Trump. You're going to hear him attempt to describe the Trump economy as a wonderful moment in our history without having any sort of factual basis to that reality.